Hey, it's Japle here with another Friday High Vibes video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Jennifer Vercelli, but everyone calls me Japle and you can too. And I am so excited. I have found a new way to do my videos. I'm just gonna riff them, one take, in this kind of vertical manner because it's just so much easier. And that way, if I ever want to put them onto my IGTV, or I can take an IGTV and put it onto YouTube, it's just so much easier. So welcome to the new format. I hope you're having a great week. I am coming back with my Friday videos, and today we're going to do Gemini, the sign of Gemini. And what I'm doing in this series is that every time we have a full moon, I'm going to do that sign to complete the 12 signs. So I did this way back, like 5-6 years ago. I have a whole video series on the zodiac signs that I did. And that time, I kind of did one each month, and I followed the sun. And back in, let's see, what did we do? I think I did Libra is what I started with, I think. Was it Libra? No, Aries. I started with Aries back this year, 2020, when we had the full moon in Aries. So now I'm doing the full moon series. So next year in 2021, when we have the full moon in Pisces, will be the full zodiac cycle. So definitely check out all of my zodiac sign videos, and let's get to it. So full moon in Gemini this week. We just had it. And it's been crazy because our destiny currently is also Gemini. So the full moon was literally aligned with our destiny line of Sagittarius and Gemini. And so it's a perfect time for us to kind of discover this sign of Gemini, which is a huge theme of the year 2020. So as I always do in all of my videos, I help you understand how to really learn the signs the right way. Yes, there's a wrong way and there's a right way. The wrong way is when people go and you see it in these astrology memes on the internet. It's so funny. It's like, Aries like long walks on the beach and Tauruses love to eat pizza. It's like, no, that's pretty much general. So you have to really break down the signs into their different categories. Astrology gives us these amazing categories of ways to break down the signs, and that's how we can learn them the right way. So we're going to break down Gemini in all the ways that all the categories that I do to break down the sign. Here we go. Okay, so the first category in the zodiac is masculine signs and feminine signs. And I always say that masculine signs go outward, feminine signs go inward. So it's less about like a gender thing, and it's more about outgoing and like introverted, right? So Gemini is a masculine sign of the zodiac. It's actually the second masculine sign of the survival stage of astrology. So back when we did Aries full moon, we did our first one, and the zodiac cycle goes masculine, feminine, masculine, feminine. That's the rhythm. Okay, that's the yin and yang rhythm. So Gemini is that third pulse of the zodiac cycle, right? It's the third sign in the zodiac cycle because we always start with Aries and then we go from there. So it is the second masculine. There's two masculine and two feminine signs in every stage of the zodiac, okay? So we've got Gemini as a masculine sign in the survival stage of the zodiac. So it's outgoing, extroverted energy, but it's not as outgoing as Aries. Now, why is that? Because it's the air sign of this survival stage. So air signs and fire signs are masculine. Fire signs are going to be doubly masculine. Libra. Libra is an air sign. I don't know why that came into my mind, but Gemini is what we're doing. Gemini is masculine, but it's also slightly less masculine than fire signs because it's in the internal landscape of my 1, 2, 3, 4 method. Okay, I talk about this in a lot of my videos, but just understand that you've got the masculine and the feminine of the external landscape, and then you've got the masculine and the feminine of the internal landscape. So the reason why Gemini is not as masculine or air signs are not as masculine as fire signs is because air signs want to direct their energy outward, but they're cautious before they do it. Air signs are going to think about it before they kind of speak. So depending on, obviously, it's all about the chart. I always use that disclaimer. Remember that when you're watching my videos on the signs, just know that I'm telling you about the theme. I'm not telling you about the sign, right? So if you're a Gemini and you're like, this doesn't sound like me, that's most likely because you have other signs in your chart, right? I always use that disclaimer. But air sign of the survival stage, masculine energy, when you combine that together, you get someone who's outgoing, but they're going to think about what they're going to say before they're going to say it, or they're going to, think about something before they take action. That's an air sign quality. And they're doing it from a survival perspective. Now, this is where it's key. Gemini is the only air sign of the survival stage of astrology. You've got Gemini as survival. You've got Libra as social. You've got Aquarius as spiritual. Okay. So Gemini is the only air sign of the social stage. It just means that every air sign is using, so air sign just means mental energy, the mental of my 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's fire signs are spiritual, earth signs are the logical, tangible, and then air signs are thinking mental, and then water signs are emotional, intuitive energy, okay? So only sign that's going to think in terms of survival. That is so key. So what is that? Well, the biggest theme of Gemini is the editing and the grammar police. Gemini is the grammar police because, now remember, it's the theme, not the sign. Not all Geminis are grammar police. It's just the actual sign itself. So if someone is a grammar police, where's their Gemini in their chart? Because Gemini really cares about the presentation. Where's the comma? Where's the punctuation? Did you put the period in the right place? Did you spell that right? So you could be telling a whole glamorous, amazing, epic story, and someone could just all of a sudden be like, oh, you said that wrong. You said they instead of there, or whatever, right? And you're like, did you hear anything I said? Because at the end of the day, for Gemini, yeah, they care about what you have to say, but for them, it's all about the presentation. It really is. And so Geminis are the editors of the zodiac. They're going to come in, they're going to edit something. So Gemini is also the writers of the zodiac, but from a perspective of copywriting and less storytelling, right? Now, Gemini is a mutable sign of the zodiac. Remember, we've got mutable, fixed, cardinal energy. Okay, so it's mutable, survival, air, masculine energy. See how we're combining it? It's that formula. You can actually check out a video that I have on my channel. It's called the Zodiac Formula. Great video if you want to really understand the formula. So when you add in the mutable, what you get is this perception, adaptable energy. Flexible, adaptable, go with the flow, perception. That's what mutable is. So when you take that perception, mutable, adaptable with the air mental energy, you get someone who is so quick freaking witted. Like, I'm talking so quick witted. They always have the best comebacks. They always have the best jokes. And because it's the survival stage, a lot of times their wittiness might like lean to the immature side of things. But these are the best comedians of the world, right? When you got Gemini, you got comedy, okay? Because you're bringing wittiness from a more narrow survival perspective. Because remember, survival stage signs kind of mimic the energy of a baby. I hate to say it, but they do. A baby, all it cares about is its survival needs. Did I sleep? Did I poop? Did I eat today? Did I laugh? And that's about it, right? So that's survival stage signs. So when you realize that with Gemini, now obviously most people will have some social signs, some spiritual signs. They're not everyone's all pure survival, right? If you do have someone who's extremely like immature with the potty jokes and this, it could be someone who has a ton of survival stage signs in their chart. But the difference with Gemini is they're going to always bring it in the quirkiest, shiniest, edited presentation, right? So it's going to come off slightly immature, but it's going to be presented so well with a bow on it that you're like, whoa, you're luring me in. So Gemini really is the speaker, the writer, the presentation person, but mostly it comes down to the journalist, the marketing or salesman, or the like local schoolhouse teacher. Because in terms of, now remember, we always have to understand the opposite sign to really understand the sign. So the opposite sign of Gemini is Sagittarius, okay? I'm a Sagittarius. And ironically, my rising sign is Sagittarius. So I actually have Gemini in my chart. My descendant, how I am in relationships, is Gemini. But I'm actually learning Gemini in a way because it's on my destiny sign in my chart. So I really understand this duality line, which is Sagittarius wants to perceive and learn. That's mutable energy, right? They want to perceive, they want to learn, they want to adapt, they want to go with the flow in a way that's like this huge spiritual mission. And they want to tell this epic story. And they want to go to the village and be with the villagers and experience it. But Gemini is the opposite. Gemini is like, we don't need to go that far. Gemini really represents the local neighborhood. It's the house in the houses of astrology. It's the house before the house of the home. So it's right near the home house. It's the local neighborhood. So they want to go into the library and open a book. They are such like nerdy bookworms. They want to go into the book and highlight and, maybe they'll go to the village at some point, but they really want to like study and research and find the facts. They're all about the facts. And a big thing that Gemini does is they know a little bit about a lot of things so they can come off smart, because the biggest thing for Gemini is they want to be the smartest person in the room. Now, I know a lot of people along the many years I've done chart readings that if they are learning Gemini, like it's their destiny line, they usually have some type of wounding around feeling like they're not smart, because Sagittarius is never going to come off presented and like Ivy League. Like they're not going to come off like they're this like doctorate. I have my doctorate in this and and like use the fancy words. They're just going to be like, I did this and it was whatever. And it's all messy, right? Whereas Gemini is the complete opposite. Gemini is like, I've got to present it well. It's got to be Ivy League. It's got to be facts. It's got to be spin. It's got to be this. So sometimes Gemini can fall into the trap of being so presented that they're fake, that they lie, right? That they live this double life. And that is where the twin comes into play. The reason why Gemini is the sign of the twin is because they can separate their mind and their heart, unlike any other sign. They're gonna put their heart here and they're gonna put their mind here. And the reason why they do that is because, remember, they want to survive. It is a matter of survival for them to perceive something, right? So they are gonna take the emotion out of it, survival, and they're gonna go for something just from their left brain, so to speak. And a lot of times when this happens with Gemini, they can be told that they lied, or that they weren't fully truthful, or that they spun something in a very fake way. And they might say, well, no, I was just separating my mind and my heart. Because what happens is then they'll go to their heart space, at the end of the day when they're done with the survival task, and they'll be like tapping into their emotions and be like, oh shit, now I'm feeling what I'm feeling. And there's a little bit of a disconnect. So a lot of times Geminis can truly lie to themselves. That is where they lie the most. They can really, really separate their heart and their mind so much that they like don't even know what they really need and want and desire. Okay, so we did masculine and feminine. So it's masculine, air sign in the survival stage, mutable energy. Now, what side of the brain is air signs? Left side of the brain. Kind of just said that, right? They're not going to go with impulse and just like intuition. They're really going to analyze it. They're going to think about it. They're going to, really open the book, study, get the facts, get what they need, right? So it's left brain. And in my 1, 2, 3, 4 method, it's in the internal landscape, right? So it's our thoughts. It's inward, okay? And so another thing that Geminis can struggle with is their mind and mental health. And Gemini is a big theme when it comes to mental health because it's not only is it the mind, right? Air signs are the mind, but it's the mind that's mutable and it's the mind that is survival. And so when you bring those two together, what you have is someone who's very adaptable, but the adaptable energy can be a negative because the Gemini can get so like swept up into other people's thoughts and other people's things that they want to people please in a way, right? So that's the mutable combination with the air sign energy is very interesting because it's all mutable signs are very adaptable to the point where they can like lose themselves a little bit because they're so adaptable, right? That's another area where they might feel like they're lying or they're fake because they're going to adapt in one environment and be one way and then adapt in the other environment and be another way. And it's great because they can adapt and they can kind of like schmooze and be quick-witted and multitask and blah, blah, blah. But then it's like they might overdo it and like lose themselves, right? And because it's survival, it's narrow focused. And so they can tend to maybe even slip into those negative thought patterns, right? So that's why mental health is another theme. So I'll say the last thing is just a lot of people that have Gemini themes in their chart, Gemini destiny, Gemini comfort zone, Gemini sun, Gemini moon, is they're all about the linguistics of things, the language of things. They love language. So a lot of them might be bilingual or know multiple languages. Again, are super adaptable with words, right? So they can like immediately switch to another language or learn things very, very, very quickly. So that really is Gemini. And right now we are in Sagittarius Overload season right now with this Gemini full moon we just had, with this Gemini destiny that we're going to have all through 2021, the whole entire year. It'll be Gemini destiny. So notice in your life right now where those Gemini themes are coming up. This is such a big energy right now, okay? How are they coming up? How is media changing? How is news changing, right? There's a lot of this corruption in our mainstream media news right now and this rising of citizen journalists, because right now we are overdosing on the Sagittarius. We want the storyteller. We don't want the fancy schmancy presented person who might be maybe sort of lying to us for a certain marketing perspective, right? Geminis are the salesman of the zodiac. They will sell anything. They will market and they will win, okay? So sometimes you got to be careful of the fake salesman, right? The salesman that doesn't have our best interest. When you've got negative energy behind the Gemini sign, you might be fooled, right? So just notice where those themes are coming up in your life right now, and understanding Gemini from the core breakdown of these categories of this Zodiac Formula is really going to help you understand it best. So thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the button and the bell so you get notified every time I have a new video. Please comment below and tell me a video you want me to do, a question you have for me. Guys, I am here for you and I am ready. So definitely write your questions below. Everything below this video is there for you. If you want to book a reading with me, I would love to read your destiny and your entire birth chart, your hero's journey. If you want to work out with me every single month, if someone wants to join me in my virtual Sexy Fit Love gym, it's an entire year with me for barely anything. It's so cost efficient. The first 3 people that sign up with me every single month will absolutely get an astrology reading for free. So if you are someone who wants to focus on your health, focus on either weight loss or more energy or more confidence or feeling sexier or just finding that like self-love commitment and having me as your coach to hold you accountable to your health and fitness and just love vibe goals, right? You're going to get an astrology reading for free if you're one of my first 3. So definitely reach out to me at the email below if you're interested, or fill out anything below if you want to do love coaching. I'm here to support you, and I can't wait for next week.